Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is That Drumming Gamer. Welcome back to my first video in 2 weeks now. I have been gone for a bit because I was horribly sick and my voice was awful, so I could not record anything. But I'm back with another Minecraft City episode, and today I've got quite a few big changes to tell you guys about, some things that are going to be happening in the city. So let's go ahead and get started. The first change is that this area is obviously noticeably different. I have changed a bunch of stuff with this area. Honestly, as you can see, I've planted a bunch of trees, and I've also done a bunch of grass work. Sorry for the Facebook noise. And I've also put some fencing around, and I think that this area looks like super freaking nice now. And another thing that I've done, let me turn off the cinematic mode. Another thing that I've done is I've finally removed the pumpkins from the stage because it's not Halloween anymore, and I'm a scrub, so... another thing that I've done, obviously you can see it is now a giant lawn instead of a bunch of seats. I think this looks much cleaner and much better than before, and it's more realistic to what my city's... I'm modeling this area off of what's actually in my own city, Columbus, Ohio. So this looks a lot more to real life, and I think it looks a lot nicer. Then I've got this little crosswalk area. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just sort of like a different textured area where people can cross and they'll come over to this little plaza area, but it's also meant to be a roadway, obviously. So yeah, I've just done some sort of beautification along here and along everywhere, and I've also done some road work, as you can see over here. We have a normal 4-lane thing, normal 4-lane road right here, splitting into 4+1 lane, the middle lane, because I've basically forgotten to put that in any of the roads in the city. So that is awesome. And then I've been, working on the sidewalks a bit more over here, things like that. Some sidewalks finally coming in, things like that. One thing I've done is I've tried to go through the whole city and sort of redo the roads just a little bit. Basically, all the crosswalks have this sort of brown reddish colored block in them now. I think it's just a small detail. You can barely notice it, but I think it looks really nice. And I've also removed the extra lines that were there that would be there in real life, because I think it just looks nicer without them personally. So you can see all the crosswalks except for this one. I forgot to do that one. But yeah, so I've done this to all the crosswalks. I think it's looking super nice, and I'm honestly might destroy this parking garage, and I might just like rebuild it from the ground up, because I have no clue what to do with this thing, and it just looks awful. So yeah, those are a few very nice things that have happened to the city, but there's one very big thing in the distance behind me that has happened, or rather the lack of something that has happened. I've demolished the stadium. I have I literally completely demolished the stadium, and I just kept the football field, and I started from the ground up. I went through multiple YouTube videos, multiple designs, and I've been redesigning the entire stadium, and I think, as you guys can see, it looks literally 10 times nicer now. It's going to be a smaller stadium, yes, but it will be a much nicer stadium than it would have been. It's going to be so much more, I put so much more planning into this one than the other one. The other one I just kind of started placing seats and then I went with that. This one I've actually, sat down, done the math on a few things, and calculated, certain sizes of things and certain placements of certain blocks, and it honestly looks so nice. So as you can see, this whole thing is underground. I originally built this entire area above ground, but I used World Edit and then pushed it down. Basically, this is going to be the level that the main entrance area of the stadium is at, and it's at the same level of the roadway over there, so you can just walk straight from the road into the entrance, which is obviously what any stadium has. And then you can walk down to the seats. There will be doorways here, or you can go up the elevators or escalators and go up to the higher sections. This is as high as the stadium is going to get in terms of seating. We are going to have some press boxes that go a little higher than that, but that's pretty much going to be it for the height. And I really like how I've done this whole underground thing. I'm going off of an idea. My local arena has the first section of their seating completely underground, and they also have the bus parking and sort of the semi entrances underground as well, and this whole thing is underground, and buses and semis will be able to come through here. So if there's any like events going on, semis can come through that door to drop off the gear and that sort of thing. And this isn't going to stay like this. There's going to be a huge opening right here, and it's going to go into a ramp that goes up and actually onto a roadway on the surface. And also this giant pit on both sides isn't going to be here. I'm going to remove that, or rather add to it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but I think that this stadium looks super nice so far. I added a little bit more detail to the field as well. As you can see, we have the boxes over here, the places where the teams will, basically sit, and they'll have their stuff. And I think it looks super nice. I don't know why the doors aren't here on this side. Wait, why aren't the doors there on either side? I don't know. Anyway, maybe it had something to do with when I copied the whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, so also under these bleachers, like under the seats, everywhere around here, is actually going to be an underground tunnel system where we will have not necessarily administration offices, but we'll have team offices. We will have restrooms for the teams. We'll have the locker rooms and that sort of thing. So if we go down here, they're going to be rather small rooms, yes, but they are going to be all under this seating here as we go all the way around the stadium. There's going to be walls and doors and more lights, and you'll be able to walk in rooms, and this will probably be a locker room or something like that. And it'll be pretty freaking sick, honestly. So this is honestly the biggest change that has happened this episode. I'm really proud of how this build especially is turning out. If you guys are enjoying this series, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos like this one. Share this video with your friends, let people know about this series. This is one of my least watched series, and it's not necessarily that I want people to watch it, it's just that I think it's a cool thing that, maybe some people would want to check out. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, I'm out.